Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Vulcan. How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hope you're all ready for some signing. I gonna turn down the volume on this music a little bit. There we go. So, how's everybody doing? We are here for the print signing. I'm gonna give it a minute to let people kind of filter in, but then I will be going to grab the first of the prints, and we will get this show on the road. Just started Vulcan's Day. Nice. I hope it's the start of a good one. Think we could all use a good day, I think. But yeah, I'm here. I got my coffee, got my markers, and I'm ready to go. So I don't know how I feel about this coffee though. It's it's a latte, but it's made with coconut milk and vanilla. It's not bad, but it's got kind of a weird aftertaste to it, which I think is probably just the coconut, but I don't know. It almost tastes like if it was a weird fruit of some kind, but not like coconut. I know coconut's a fruit. It tastes almost like if you were like if you told me this coffee had like pineapple or something in it, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that. Tastes kind of weird in that way, you know? But all right. So, I think um I think it's probably about time to start signing these prints. So, um let's hop to it. Um let's go grab a print. Yo, what up, Tiago? Welcome in. All right, first up, been here for a sec, but only now.
I like jazz.
Well, welcome in, Neurotic. Glad you've been freed from your non-typing. But I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna grab the prints. Okay. Yo, what's up, Remnant? Welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna try and balance this while I get my headphones back on. Okay. Welcome. So, every time I forget how little space I've actually got in here. Let's see. What if I'm gonna push back my keyboard. Then I can kind of rest this like this. That'll work, I guess. All right. So, first up, first print. Got here the big poster. And this is for Alex. Alex Wynn. Bravo Big Birds and Dylan the Crocodile, thank you for following. Very much appreciated. Alright, so we got Alex Nguyen, and he wants two colors. We got red and purple. Nice. Okay. So let's get that going. All right. What did I do with that? Yeah. Got the test paper here, so I don't have to try writing on the actual thing where these markers might explode a little bit. Okay, purple's good. And now let's do this red. Oh, this is you, Neurotic. Okay, cool. Glad you're here for it. I always worry about the first person who I sign because I never know if they're here. All right. So you didn't specify exactly where on the print you preferred. So is there any particular place you want me to sign? In the space, on the clouds, anywhere in particular? Could do part in the clouds, part in the space. I'm curious, do you have access or permission for Ben's copyright? I've always wondered how actors/VA get to sell their characters' merchandise. So it's sort of a gray area. So it's not that we're like using the copyright. The official thing is I'm not selling the prints, I'm selling my signature, right? So I'm selling my signature, and if you're at a con that I'm at or something like that, and you don't have your own, like, you don't have your own thing for me to sign, then you get a print for free for paying for the signature. That's how it was explained to me anyway. Think space is probably best? Alrighty. Then that's what we will do. Alright, then time for some hard labor. Time for some hard labor. In outer space. And then in purple, the purple's a little hard to see on this background, but it is nice. Red in space, purple in the clouds. Okay. Well, I wrote one word in purple in space because I didn't see that. I can do the rest in the clouds, or I can keep going like this. But honestly, it's kind of hard to see the purple in space anyway. So it may not even bother you to be like that. But I can go over it in black later if you don't want that there. In this case, since the poster doesn't contain imagery or likeness of Ben, it's totally legal. Yeah, I mean, there's a gray area. They could make an argument for it, but I think they know that it would be bad for them. It would look bad for them to like go after content creators and stuff like that for trying to make a living and making like no money, you know? Um, Yo, what's up, King Speaka? I there followed you since the Bang Boo game. Thank you for following. Very much appreciated. All right. Let me finish signing this. Brought to you by I think going over in black is fine, then purple in the clouds. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Yo, Affinity the Bard. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Welcome in. All right. And then I assume you want my signature on there as well. But I don't have to put it on there if you don't want. It's up to you. Didn't know you had a Twitch until that day. Yeah, that's the I mean that's the hardest part of Twitch is just like trying to grow and like have people find you, you know? Like I've posted a few times on Reddit or you know wherever, but it's hard to get people to know you're around, you know. But all right. So let's in purple in the clouds. Got it. Okay. All right, then that is the first print done. There's the top part and the bottom. So thank you, Neurotic, for the print. I very much appreciate it. Genuinely, you know, you guys supporting me in this way, it means the world to me. And yeah, I'm very grateful. Where do I get those and send it? Oh, if you want to get a print, I have it pinned. But I'll post that here. So if you buy a print, all right, hold on. There you go. If you want to buy a print before the shop closes, that is where you can buy one. I will run upstairs and grab one. As soon as you order, it should come through on my end, so I'll be able to sign it on stream. What's up, BK Sue? Very much appreciated. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. All right, now I'm gonna go over this in black, the part that I went over, because I don't want to forget. But the nice thing about paint markers is that you can pretty much go over anything you've painted on and it'll work. All right. Here we go. In case you guys are wondering, this is my Summer Jams playlist. It's a little more upbeat, a little more sort of chill and relaxed and just good vibes than my normal playlist. So, all right. Wish more print designs like this were out there. It's original and memorable for it. Buy immediately if I saw anything like it at a convention. Yeah, after I made my first print, I kind of felt like I didn't go original enough with it. Like, I wanted something that was just kind of good at a baseline, and then I was like, but would I want a poster of this? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. So, trying to think of like the next thing that I would do, I was just trying to think of like Ben and Bellabog and all of that stuff. And I know a lot of people talked about like, you know, Russian influences that they have. And I was like, what would be a cool like Russian tie-in? And I thought about like the Kremlin and like stuff like that. And I was like, oh, like an old kind of recruitment poster from like USSR, Russia. Like, I get that they were not great, but also they did have style in their designs. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. And the artist did an amazing job. She does incredible work. I used her for my last print as well. Um, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. When I had the idea, it was like, just I knew I was like, oh, that's got to be the next one. And and the gold was kind of hard to set up. It was a little annoying, but now that it's done, I don't have to do it ever again for this print. So it's nice. What's up, Boot Hill? Welcome in. Yeah, it's crazy to me Sean Schemmel only has 32,000 followers on Twitch, which I guess he's probably not like doing this as like one of his main things, so maybe that makes sense. But all right. So this print is done. Got the thing blacked out. It's not even really noticeable anymore. So there we go. And once again, thank you, Neurotic, for buying a print. I'm gonna go lay this down to rest, and I will go get another print. So what do we got? All right. All right. So up next, we have Bernardo. This is a print for Bernardo. I gotta scoot this chair back. This is oh, damn, that's me. Oh, well, welcome in. Welcome in, and thank you for buying a print. Genuinely so appreciated. The inspiration for the design of the print is actually so cool. Would have 100% bought both. Well, maybe someday I'll be at a con near you, and you can get one of the other ones. That's part of the thing. Like I really appreciate all the support because I know right now the economy is like crazy, and I mean, I'm feeling it. I'm struggling in a lot of ways. So the fact that you guys are willing to spend the money on these things, when you could be spending them on other stuff, it's incredible to me. So yeah, thank you. All right. So, whatever color would be the best to read. All right, so for this print, let's go with, you can tell me if you don't want it, But thinking pink, kind of up here in the clouds. If that works for you, then that's what I'll do. Otherwise, I think orange works well, or we can just go black, kind of simple. Sounds fine to me. All right. And here we go. In hindsight, I shouldn't have used this piece of red paper because I'm like, I can barely even tell that it's writing on half of these. But all right. Okay. To Bernardo. And I'll write it extra big for the screaming effect. My pillar is unstoppable. And then my signature. All right. Here we go. There we go. It doesn't show up super well because of the light. The light is super bright in here, but it looks good in person. Trust that. Love hearing it in his ultimate. Such a good deliver. Yeah, the alt lines I think are some of my best work. Screaming used to be something I really struggled with, but the director Michael Schwalbe at the time, he helped me with a lot of that stuff, because he's like a metal singer. He teaches a class on how to use like metal vocal techniques for VO and how to do that stuff. And yeah, it really helped a lot. But I do like the alt lines. They're probably my favorite battle lines. But yeah, thank you. King Silverwing, welcome in. Good to see you. All right. So that is another order done. King Silverwing, thank you for following. Very much appreciated. Now I'm gonna go grab another print. Back in a second. Okay. Your outlines feel super in sync with the animation too. You feel the impact of the lines with the impact of the attack. You in the studio did great at making a memorable ult. Well, that one I also got lucky in because you can't really see Ben's mouth when he's talking, in the ult. So like I didn't have as hard of a time as some of the people. Like any of the ones where it zooms in on their mouth and they're talking, like it's a lot harder than mine where they were just like, as long as you're starting and ending at the right time, it's fine, But thank you. I came in during Miyabi. What was the old lines? I didn't know they change. The old lines. I mean, none of my lines have changed since I've been on board the whole time. But some of the other characters have changed a little bit. The only lines that have changed for me were back when they had the TV mode. There were some extra lines in the game that now don't exist, which sucks because that was like one of my favorites. Uh, when you're in the TV mode and you find him, and Ben's like, "Oh, oh, woo," you know, that was probably my favorite line in the game, but now it's gone, so that's a bummer. Ben was like the second character I got to M6 after Nicole. Yeah, I mean, as much as I as much as I understand people are polarized on Ben because he's slow and heavy and all that, um, I bet probably most people have him M6 at this point purely because he's been on like half of the banners in the game. Like I don't know why, but they really just like pushed hard on Ben being on all the banners, you know. All right, so this one is for Timur, I believe is how you pronounce that. Um, said wants the message and signature in purple. Fine with any message you choose. Okay. Then that's what we'll do. And I mean, I suppose by default the signature is going in the clouds because, like I said, the purple just didn't really show up in space. TV mode's still there. You have to switch it to play old story. Okay. Well, I mean, it's good that it's still there then, at least. I don't know how many people are going to see it now that it's something you have to like optionally do, but all right, any message I choose. Well, we've done a lot of my pillar's unstoppable and you should have worn a hard hat and stuff like that. So, what's a good Ben line that I could use that I haven't used a lot of? We could do Oh, banana. Welcome in, pugs. I think that's Hollow Zero. I I don't know. Is there TV mode in Hollow Zero anymore? I don't know. All right. We gotta focus. Good quote that I could use. We could do I'll wrap things up here. That's a good one. When he comes in towards the end of a fight. There's a trophy to do certain missions in TV mode. Okay. That might have been pushed so much since he's the only A rank sustain character. Astra's a healer, but she's limited S rank. Otherwise, the other good shielders Caesar another S rank. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Can still do it, I think. Don't know if there's weekly rewards. Okay. Alright. We will do that. To Timur. I'll wrap things up here. All right. Yo, what is up? What is up, Dylan the crocodile? God, I don't know what happened to me there. I just had a stroke. Welcome in. Thanks for being here, and thanks for following. All right. So here we go. Signed. There we go. All right. So then let's let's go get another one. Okay. So this one was two prints, actually. I will grab those real quick. All right. So this one is two prints for, let's see, Urizi? I think it's probably Urizi. But thank you, Urizi, for ordering some prints. Very much appreciated. Want to say I've been using Ben with Astra and Evelyn, and I liked him since launch. Yeah, I mean, I'm biased, but I've been using him since launch as well. And yeah, I think he's got a fun, unique play style. But yeah, sounds like a good team that you're using him with. I've got him with Lighter and either Bernice or Piper, depending on what the boss I'm fighting is. All right, so let's see. So Urizi, if you're in here, you didn't specify a color for the signatures, and I can pick that if you'd like. But if you have a preference, now is the time. All right, let's see. Let's do for this one. We haven't used this blue for very many prints, so let's do the blue. Popping by to say hello. Hello, Shantae. Welcome in. Enjoy the Dead by Daylight. Thanks for stopping by. I know one guy on TikTok who uses DPS Ben and refuses to use any of the actual DPS characters. Fair enough. I mean, the fact that you can build him to be a DPS is pretty good. Joy of finding out he was a free given out agent on the launch, been my main since July. Oh yeah, I mean that's the nice thing about being an A rank in a world of S ranks is like, you know, I never had to worry that I would not be able to get my character in game, but people like Kira Buckland and Sam, well, I guess Sam Slade now that Anby's also an S rank, like, I know they were sitting there being like, I hope I can pull my character, and I'm like, what a weird thing to have to worry about, you know? Like, wanting to play your character in a game, but you can't even get them. Alright, so, I actually like this quote that this person asked for. Said, alright. Said, the stars won't come to you. Stars won't come to you. Step by step. You reach them. All right. So, there we go. First print signed here. The stars won't come to you. Step by step, you reach them. Which is a very nice thing to have on this print. It's a good quote. Okay. There's also someone on YouTube. I have no idea how they can make him such a strong hyper carry. Ben's a great non-DPS as DPS. I use him with Lighter and Lucy. They've been clearing all Fireweek content so far. Well, I thought it was going to be God of War. It was going to be, and then I remembered it was actually the print signing stream. But welcome in, David. Stephen Fu's character in Honkai Star Whale Honkai Star Whale was released today. That's cool. I still gotta get in that one. I'm in Genshin, I'm in Zenless. I need to get into Star Rail at some point. Okay. Let me... Okay. So there's... Yeah, that one's done. Then I just need to do the other one. And what are the requests for that? Sign it somewhere where I can still see the funny scene on the right corner. Maybe where his weapon is emitting fire. Okay. It says just sign them. No quote. Okay, I can do that. And we'll do orange for this one. I haven't used orange. Finally got Ben and Kaleda to level 60. Nice. Welcome in, Dr. Completion. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, I do love their little dynamic that they have with each other. And Katie did an amazing job as Kaleda, which I know now is, not as relevant. But yeah, no, it's super cool that they have like their team thing going. Whoa, it was too much. All right. Honkai Star Rail's been nearly non-stop, releasing 2 5-star characters for almost every patch for 2 years with no sign of stopping. Really hope at least one of the upcoming characters is for you. It would be nice. It's... I'm more than happy to be Ben. If Ben is like the only thing I get, I'm glad to have Ben, because that's better than a lot of people get, But if I can be a little more selfish and ask for more, I think it would be cool to be a playable character in all 3 games by MiHoYo. Does it feel surreal to be finally signing Prince? It definitely does. Yeah, it's very weird to be like, to be, I guess, even just like thought of by this amount of people, like I used to think about voice actors like that being like, oh, they're so cool. I would love to be a voice actor someday, and like getting to interact with them was just a genuinely like amazing thing that I got to do sometimes. And now that I'm like here myself, it feels very weird cuz I'm like, well, I'm not like cool and famous. Why do people want prints of my character, you know? So that's been a little surreal. It's definitely a good word for it. All right. So that is both prints done. The poster, I got to turn it sideways to get the signature there, but there we go. One holographic, one foil. So to Gigi, if you're watching, thank you so much for buying the prints. This is your first time signing prints. It's technically my second print signing stream, I think, but yeah, it's still new to me. It's still very weird. I love Ben. He's one of my favorites. Hey, me too. I'm definitely not biased. Hologram going crazy. Yeah, the hologram ones are very cool. I'll probably do another one with hologram at some point that uses the like hologram effect a little more. Maybe some kind of like dark print so it'll really pop. But all right, back in a second for the next print. Okay. All right. So, this is another of the standard prints. And this is for Luis. So, Luis, if you are out there, thank you for buying a print. And you said you wanted in black. The black is ready to go. Quote, "You should have worn a hard hat." It's a classic. That's probably the quote I've put on this as much as possible. Like everybody loves the "you should have worn a hard hat" line. And I do too. I don't blame people. That is definitely the signature or the quote that I've used the most though. That's what pops into my head when people are like, just pick a quote. And I'm like, I don't want to keep using that though. Because everybody's eventually going to have the same quote on their posters. Top left corner. Okay. You should have worn a hard hat. There we go. And then signature. There we go. Okay. If it's the hologram foil one, just be careful because dark tends to make it really hard to see with all the shiny on top. Okay, interesting. I will keep that in mind. Thank you. It's good to know. Also, congrats on Ben having lines in the new event. Yeah, thank you. That was a fun session because we were done in like 30 minutes. We just did a couple takes of all the lines and they were like, yeah, there you go. Good. Yeah, it was a funny session. You know, the whole situation at the flower shop is funny, so it was a fun one to do. All right, so Luis, there you go. Should have worn a hard hat. I remember your body stands in. Oh, nobody stands in my way. Right. Yeah, that's a good one. Uh, Ben looked pissed. Yeah, you know, it is funny because he looks mad all the time, but then they wrote that into his like actual backstory for that one like friend event thing, um, which is funny. Um, all right, another print down, another print to go. We'll be back in just a second. All right. This one is for Ernesto. Let's see. A quote of your choice or a Ben one would be great. In a good color that pops, signed away from the characters like the top left where the clouds are. Got it. All right. Then Ernesto, this one is for you. It's another holographic poster. So let's see. And let's do red for this one. Red. Actually, let's do green. We haven't done a green yet. I know what you mean. It just he looked like it because Anton was nervous. Yeah, he's such a kind-hearted person that he doesn't want Anton to be upset or feel like he like wasted his money. But he's just got that ferocity, you know. All right, let's do that one then. We just talked about it. That's actually a little bit hard to see. Let's go with the other green. That should be better. Much better. 2. To Ernesto. Yeah. Nobody stands in my Nobody stands in my way. There we go. All right. So here we are. All right, gotta go sideways again. There we go. Nobody stands in my way. It's a good one. Good one that we haven't used a ton. Saw a video that David Lodge auditioned to play SpongeBob, but all he had for reference was a sketch on a post-it note, and he thought it was Cheese Boy and did cheese puns. I mean, that's a crazy thing to be like audition for this character and you just get one post-it of what he looks like and probably not even really what he looks like. Like I doubt if it was on a post-it note it was a good representation of SpongeBob. Um yeah, that's nuts. I like the new flower event interaction with Ben and Anton buying a metal flower pot. Yeah, it was very fun. It was nice to see both of them again. Um, because haven't seen a lot of Anton as of late either. All right, so that is another print done, and let's go get that next one. Okay, small one. Hoping to see more of Ben and Belobog in general in season 2. That would be nice. You know, I don't hold out hope because I know that, like, in general, with Gacha, usually older characters get forgotten and all of that. So I'm glad I've been back as much as I have already. But it would be cool if they got kind of the spotlight again for a minute. My Pillar's Unstoppable is nice too. Yeah, one of the prints earlier actually asked for that. Anton's one of the most underrepresented characters, I feel. Yeah, he hasn't been around very much, weirdly. All right. So for this one, this is for Courtney. Make it out to Courtney with your favorite quote. Any color that works well with the print. Okay. Let's I think at this point I've used most of the colors. I haven't used brown yet. I can do one in brown. Because I think the brown does go well with this print, I think. All right. Favorite quote. 2. It's a little... God damn. 2. Courtney. And we'll use that one I was talking about earlier, that a woo quote. A woo. I gotta look this up so I make sure I get it correct. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. All right, here's a YouTube video of it. That should be... There we go. That was the thing. I couldn't remember if he said proxy, are you sure? Or if it was just, are you sure? And it is just, are you sure? All right. Are you sure we can scare ethereals like this? All right, there we go. Still hoping Ben at least gets a skin later like Nicole. Would love to see that Halloween costume one in game. Yeah, that would be cool. Or like him in his suit would be cool. Deep in my heart, I still manifest S rank DPS Ben too. Hey, you and me both. I want S rank Ben, and he's exactly the same, except he has his glasses on, so he just like does extra damage because he can see. All right, so Courtney, there you go. So that is another print down. And I believe this will be the last of the ordered ones. Yo, Turby, thank you for the 5 months. The tier 1 sub, very much appreciated. Ben. Ben Nye, the science guy. M6 day 1, I'm afraid. Oh yeah. No, I mean, I will spend all my money to get M6 S rank Ben. I gotta, you know. Alright, so this is a space print. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, I grew up with that. Oh yeah, Bill Nye. That guy was the shit when you were a kid, because that meant you would go into school, they'd put it on the on the TV thing, and it was like, hell yeah, we're not learning anything today. We're just watching Bill Nye. But the whole time he was teaching you stuff. You know? What a guy. And then he got weird and old and started doing shit I didn't really understand. S rank Ben named Ben Biggest. Alright, so this one is for Richard. The wall projector. Depended on the class for me. Sometimes it was a wall projector, sometimes it was an actual TV. Like a bad CRT. Alright, sign and write happy birthday from the best Belobog bear in black on the bottom right. Okay. I can do that. Happy. Woo. This book I'm using keeps falling. Happy birthday from the best Belobog bear. And with a heart. I'll color in the heart too, because why not? And because it'll give me a chance to fix it up a little bit. Henry, in a way, can we consider you our Oshi? What is an Oshi? Are you setting me up for some kind of updog joke? Is this gonna be like oh sheet or some shit? I don't trust this. The tube TV, oh yeah. Just a little CRT that kind of sucked. Alright. Now you're like an idol Oshi. Is that what that is? You kids and your idols and your phones. Alright. Like a mentor, someone you look up to. Oshi is a Japanese slang term used mainly for idols and actors and refers to a person who is your favorite and that you focus most of your support on. It can refer to an individual celebrity or a specific member of a group. Well, you know what? I will leave that up to you guys. If that's how you want to think of me, I'm happy to be your Oshi, but I'm also just, I'm just a regular dude. So I don't know if that's all that warranted, but I appreciate it. One way or the other. Whatever you want to call it. I'm happy to oblige. Selling signed photo cards when? I mean, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. How can you voice an anime and not know what an Oshi is? I don't know, man. I'm not Japanese. I don't know. So there we go. Happy birthday from me to you for Richard. We're already here to support the Benry Nation and eventually world domination. I mean, look, I'm not gonna say that I'm an expert in politics or anything, but I do think I would do a better job if I was in charge of the whole world. Some countries genuinely wouldn't even probably be affected. Like a lot of the Nordic countries that are already like doing fine. I'd be like, you guys stay as you are, and then I will make other countries do what you're doing. All right. I'm gonna grab another print. Just a regular dude, says Twink Mommy Henry von Benry. That's what they call me overseas. Heard the word many times, didn't know what it meant. I feel like this is the first I've ever heard it. But at least now we know. We both know what it means. Ayo Benry and chat just got off Jordan Foodie stream. He made some lovely cherry pie. Ah, interesting. In general, I don't believe fruit should be a part of dessert, but that's just me. But, I will say occasionally like a cherry crumble or a cobbler or something like that with some vanilla ice cream when it's warm, that's pretty good. I can't deny that. All right. So let's see. We got the last two prints. So, these last two prints were people who won the print giveaways that I did on Reddit. So let's get this one going. This one is for Gabrielle or Gabriel, not sure, but the last name's Garcia, so I assume it's Gabrielle. Let's see, white or silver, whatever you think would show up better on the print. White is all I've got, so we'll do white. And then one of his alt lines. All right, we can do that. Okay. Jordan Harrow's food stream is delicious. Meanwhile, I'm also watching Amelie / Lee and Lee or Lee and Lie do some Minecraft since she baby to the game still. It's wild to me that there's still people out there who have not played Minecraft. You know, like, I guess we can't all have been playing it from the start, but I'm just like, it's crazy. Right. Dude, I'm having... So, in order to get these pens to write clearly, you're supposed to like press the tip down and it'll like inject some paint into them. They keep like splotching out in these giant bubbles. But I'm kind of discovering now if I could use a way to do that like consistently, it's kind of mixing with some of the others. It could make some cool art. I played Terraria. Oh, dude, Terraria is the best. I've played a little bit, didn't get into it as hard as my nephews. I mean, when I started, I was literally like in middle school playing the alpha version, so it's... I don't think I would get into it now if I were exposed to it for the first time. What's up, Sharif? Is that it? Sharif? No worries. Glad you're here. For me, I just build lapis mansions, whether on console or PC. I just like building huge buildings. See, my favorite part of Minecraft was always going into caves and like trying to find resources, and everything they add just expands the building and the crafting and like all of that, and I'm like, I don't care about that. Expand that first part of the game where you actually have to look around for shit, you know? Like, I don't care about trading with the Squidward villagers. I just want to go exploring. But they don't do anything different with that. Any favorite mods? I've tried playing modded Minecraft, but I didn't love it. Just feels like it's adding complexity in a way that I still don't want. I mean, we did get a cave update some time ago. I mean, that's possible. I haven't played Minecraft in quite a while, so I may have missed it. Alright, so let's see. To Gabrielle. Or Gabriel, whichever. To Gabrielle. Oh. Well, hey man, I'm signing your print. Is it Gabrielle or Gabriel? Because I've been saying it both ways. Howard Wang was at a con recently in Canada and kept having issues with his paint pen exploding. Yeah, that was something somebody told me uh, to watch out for if you take your pens on a plane. They were like, to start out with, open it and like have a test thing nearby because it'll probably explode. Do you like shaders in Minecraft? Um, yeah, they're all right. The second way. Okay, so Gabriel. It's a lot of packs I wanted to buy and then play it. Fair enough. All right, so to Gabriel. We'll do. It's authorized personnel only. Because I feel like I don't get to do that one as much. It's authorized personnel only. And then there we go. All right. So, Gabriel, here is your print. And I will get that sent out. I'll have all of these sent out in the next few days. That'll be what I'm going for. Hopefully tomorrow, but you never know with the post office around here. They get weird sometimes and just shut down. So, all right. So, final print of the session. I'm going to go grab that now. And then, here we go. All right. And this one is actually to a friend of the channel, somebody who's collaborated with me before. Because this was the giveaway that I did on Twitter. They were the winner. It is Trixie Cat. So let's get that going. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. For me, I'm still saving for Hugo and ZZZ, but now I gotta grind for Jade since I want Anaxa and HSR. Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna... I don't know who I'm gonna try and get in Zenless next. Let's do yellow. We haven't done yellow for anyone yet. My God. Okay. Been grinding mats for Hugo since my Sanbi and Miyabi are really powerful. Yeah, I don't need any ice people now, so I'm not going for Hugo. How do you feel now that you're about to finish your second signing? I'm really glad that I have just people who care what I'm doing and support, and like, it's nice having the option to sell stuff, but I'm also just like glad to talk to you guys and hang out, and it just means a lot that, like, cuz it's hard early in your VO career, especially, like, nobody cares what you do at all. So it kind of sucks to be like, hey, everybody, here's this thing that I'm in, and you announce it, and then, like, just nothing happens, and you're like, yay, fun. So, like, even though VO is fun and it's, like, what I want to do regardless, like, I'm glad to finally be at a point where there's kind of more to it. Like, I've always really wanted to go to cons, and I thought it would be a lot of fun, so I'm glad that I'm finally moving towards that, you know? Uh, Thank you for supporting a great artist twice. Yeah, well, you know, they do good work, so it's a no-brainer. Our lovely Wise is the VA of Anaxa. So I've heard. Will you pull for the new panda guy? Yes, absolutely. Because, you know, I gotta pull for any bear they add to the game. Like, clearly. What's up, Yendru? Is it too late to order a print? No, it is not too late. If you go to the link that I pinned up there, or I will post again here. Oh, Stream Elements got it for me. Yeah, we are coming towards the end here, but if you put in your order now, I can wait until that's in, and I can head back upstairs, grab it, come back, sign it for you. So yeah, go for it. But yeah, I'm definitely pulling for the panda, because then if they add a third bear, I can have a whole team of bears, and that's sick. Skipping 1.7 might go for Yizhuan. I probably also will go for her just because her like paint powers look cool. It reminds me a lot of Sai from Naruto. And to be fair, I didn't really like Sai as a character. He kind of sucked. He was like discount Sasuke. But I do I do absolutely enjoy his power set because that was always cool. All right. So let's actually just realized signing this in yellow on the stars, it looks very Star Wars. All right. I'm gonna block out part of it, part of what I just signed, because I used Trixie Cat's real name, and I don't think she would want me to dox her like that. But I want you guys to see what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna. All right, let's try that. Yeah, so you can see, like, it looks very Star Wars, right? But there you go. There you go, Trixie. That's yours done. And then let's give it a second to see if we get another order. All right. We need a Construction Mafia skin for Ben. Dude, him in like a pinstripe suit would be pretty sick. All you would have to do is to gaslight the convention to put you on a One Piece panel next to Colleen Klinkenbeard and Chris Sabat. I mean, I don't get to choose what panels I'm on when I go to a con. They're just gonna put me on them. So it's entirely possible I'll just be put on a panel like that where it's like, you know, One Piece actors plus me, and I'm like, well, hi everybody, like should give a special triple bear combo ultimate for the bears if we get a polar bear Thyron later. Ben can have an ultimate with Kaleda. They should just make 3 bears have an ultimate together. Yeah, that would be sick. So hoping we can get a third bear. I need a bear team so bad. It would be sick. It would be, yeah. What if they all used pillars, so they all just like throw in at the same time and obliterate whoever's there? Nearest gaming con is July, and I already see the guest list. Let's see a few HSR and Genshin VAs. The con is called Kineticon in July. That's cool. I yeah, I would love to go to that. Uh but I've not been invited, so I don't think I'm going this year. But maybe next year, you know. Um I do have a con or two lined up, but I am not allowed to talk about them yet. Cause yeah. They haven't announced me yet, so I gotta wait. But coming soon should be the announcement. So if you're not following me on Twitter or Blue Sky or in the Discord or wherever, that's probably where you'll hear about it first. But yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to announce that stuff. All right, so we got the final order from Yendru there. So give me a second. I'll run up and grab that print, and I will be back to sign it. Thank you, Yendru, so much for ordering a print. Very much appreciated. And I will be back in just a second with it. Biggest plot twist: the last bear Thyron would be the fastest in the game. That would be funny. Like, Miyabi has like if you hold down the button, she just like sprints around and teleports. Uh, that would be funny if that's just like the default way the third bear Thyron moves. He's just like never on screen. Do hope at some point I can meet you IRL, but for Kineticon is on my mind because I want to see Ray Chase. Yeah, no worries. I want to meet a lot of you guys when I can get around to cons. I think that would be super cool. But yeah, Ray Chase is cool too. Definitely meet him. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right, I'll be back in a second. You guys just enjoy the music, and so you don't just have to look at the background here of my booth. I'll just turn it here. Just turn it to this. So I'll be back in a second. All right, we are back with the print for Andrew here. All right, in any shade of blue. We can do that. So, Andrew, just to ask, I can do it in the dark blue, kind of up here in that space, or I can do it in the lighter blue down here, whichever you prefer. Either will work for me. So, whatever you want to do. Suffers in Brazilian. Miyabi's just the meme daughter of Virgil from Devil May Cry. I mean, she very much is Devil May Cry Virgil inspired, for sure. On the top, alrighty. And it'll be this darker blue. Alright. Then as requested, to my bro, Andrew, from Ben. My pillar is unstoppable. All right. There we go. And, well, I guess it's up to you. I can show you what it looks like, but because you asked me to put your full name in it, I don't want to dox you if you don't want that. So, it is signed, it is done. If you want me to show you, I'll show you, and if not, also okay. I don't mind. All right. Then here we go. There you go. There's your print. All nice and ready to go. All right. So I think that's everybody. I think that's all the prints we've got to sign for today. So thank you all so much for being here, for buying prints, or if you didn't buy prints, for just hanging out. You know, it really does make things easier to have people here to talk to, and I appreciate all your support and interest more than anything. It genuinely means the world. So thank you all so much. Now normally my streams are about 3 hours. I would go a bit longer, but I actually have a lot of auditions I've got to get to. And Friday we're going to have sort of a special surprise guest thing going on, so I'll probably stream a little longer then anyway. So we're going to end it here today. But we will be back Friday for stuff. If you're here new and you want to come back for a full stream, it happens 7 p.m. EST, usually 7 to 10, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So drop by. I'm always willing to talk and hang out. Um, but yeah, thank you, BK Sue. And I'll see you around. Uh, thank you, everybody. Very much appreciated. So let's raid out here. Let's raid. Who's on? Who can we raid? Here. Let's raid Val. It's been a minute since we've raided her. So let's do that. This is another Zenless content creator. She's great. She's a VTuber. And we've collabed a few different times. So if you're looking for something to do after the stream and you want somebody to check out, she's great. But yeah, thank you all so much.